Well, hello there, I'm Emrys from cruisehive.com. So, what have we got for you on the cruise news front? Well, there's a lot of changes, cancellations, restarts, testing, ships returning, and so much more. We've got lots of cruise news updates for you from the past week across all the major cruise lines, and it has been a busy time for Carnival Cruise Line, with changes on protocols, Costa ships joining the fleet, and a popular onboard event making a comeback, which of course we will get into a little bit later. We've also got news on Princess Cruises cancellations, a huge development as one cruise line tries dropping pre-cruise testing, and Disney's new cruise ship arrives in Florida. Also, Celebrity Cruises hits a massive milestone as Celebrity Infinity doesn't just complete the fleet comeback, but the comeback for all Royal Caribbean Group cruise lines. Wow, we've got lots to get into, so let's get started. Alright, so we start in a message sent to travel partners as well as changes to its Have Fun Be Safe protocols. Carnival Cruise Line has dropped its requirement that unvaccinated guests only book shore tours or else remain on board in ports of call. So the cruise line now says that unvaccinated guests are permitted to go ashore to enjoy tours or independent sightseeing regardless of vaccination status. Very good news indeed. This means that guests who have received vaccination exemptions may now choose to arrange independent shore tours not offered through the cruise line, or simply debark the ship and they can explore on their own, which is really good for sure. Previously, Carnival's protocol stated that unvaccinated guests aged 12 and older could not visit ports of call on their own and may only go ashore if booked on a Carnival shore excursion. However, the update doesn't apply to all ports of call, as they are not yet all permitting unvaccinated guests to go ashore. The ports that are still restricted to unvaccinated guests aged 12 and over are San Juan, Bonaire, Grand Cayman, St. Kitts and Tortola. For Grand Turk, guests aged 16 and over won't be able to go ashore, and guests aged 18 and over won't be able to go ashore in Cartagena, Colombia. While the cruise line is slowly easing its protocols and more changes could be on the way very soon indeed. The CDC already confirmed to Cruisehive last week that it was reassessing its pre-cruise testing requirement for cruise ships. Plenty of changes going on, so do keep checking the latest over on cruisehive.com. Princess Cruises has announced more cancellations that impact those guests cruising in Australia. The Majestic Princess voyages from March 7th, 2023 through March 9th, 2023 have now been cancelled. These sailings are part of a longer 18-day itinerary which can be split up using different departure ports. Princess Cruises said the reason for the cancellations resulted from recent deployment changes. So the March 7th Australian Seacation sailing was scheduled to depart from Sydney and end in Brisbane on March 9th. That is now cancelled. There was also a much longer 18-day Asia and Australia sailing departing on the same day and ending in Hong Kong on March 25th, 2023. The third impacted sailing is the 16-day Asia and Australia voyage from Brisbane to Hong Kong. The cruise line is offering alternative options for guests booked on the impacted Majestic Princess sailings. There are recommended replacement voyages with a 2-day sailing from Sydney departing on April 6, but this will be a year later in 2024. There'll be a 21-day sailing from Sydney departing on April 6 and a 19-day voyage that departs Brisbane on April 8th, 2024. Well, we've got all the full options available to guests over on the website, and of course this does follow other recent Princess cancellations with other ships, which you can also check out on the website. Carnival Cruise Line is going full Italian style with Costa by Carnival and bringing 2 more Costa cruise ships to the Carnival fleet. Costa Venezia will join in spring 2023 and debut out of New York City, while Costa Firenze will join in 2024 and debut under her new cruise brand out of Long Beach, California. The cruise line is bringing the Italian style of cruising to the US market, and guests will get to enjoy the stunning Italian-inspired decor that both the ships offer. This follows after the recent announcement that Costa Luminosa will be joining the Carnival Cruise Line fleet in November 2022. That ship, however, will be completely rebranded and renamed Carnival Luminosa, while Costa Venezia and Costa Firenze will be retaining their Costa Cruises identities. Both ships will undergo dry dock work prior to relocating to the United States, but full details on that work have not yet been released. I wonder if they're going to have that iconic Carnival funnel. Hopefully we'll know soon. Well, Carnival Cruise Line already operates 3 Vista-class vessels in the fleet: Carnival Vista, Carnival Horizon, and Carnival Panorama, which joined the cruise line in 2016, 2018, and 2019 respectively. The 2 Costa ships are younger sisters in the class, with Costa Venezia having debuted in 2019 and Costa Firenze in 2020. P&O Cruises, the largest UK-based cruise line, is temporarily removing the testing mandate for at least 1 ship. The Carnival Corporation-owned cruise line operates cruises mainly from the UK, where the government removed entry requirements to come into the country on March 18th, 2022. Well, in a letter to guests, P&O Cruises announced it will remove the need for pre-departure testing on board its flagship Iona. This would only be for a limited amount of time, from 25th of June through to 23rd of July 2022. During the 5 voyages in this period, any guests considered fully vaccinated will no longer need to purchase or take a lateral flow test before boarding the ship. The voyages in question are departures out of Southampton, UK on June 25th, July 2nd, July 9th, July 16th, and July 23rd. Any non-vaccinated guests will still need to adhere to the testing requirements. This includes all guests over the age of 12. Guests aged 16 years and over will also need to have a booster shot if more than 270 days have passed since their final dose. Also, Iona is sailing on a series of short cruises which all have the same itinerary. This gives the cruise line the chance to evaluate each voyage and see if there is a basis for expanding the policy to other ships in the fleet. Wow, very interesting indeed. So what do you think of the cruise line dropping testing for these sailings? Is it a hint of what's to come? Let us know in the comments below. Disney Cruise Line's newest cruise ship, the highly anticipated Disney Wish, arrived at her new home port of Port Canaveral shortly before sunrise on Monday, June 20th. The ship did sail from Germany on June 9th. The ship was escorted by a flotilla of port-based tugboats and the Port Canaveral Fire Rescue Fireboat 2, providing the traditional water cannon salute. Disney Wish was welcomed to her new Florida home by cruise ship fans that lined up at the Jetty Park, a popular area for viewing cruise ships sailing into Port Canaveral. In the coming days then, the vessel will be preparing for her first official guest voyage, which will set sail on June 29th. The ship had been scheduled to commence operations as early as January this year. However, supply chain issues and delays due to COVID meant the ship only left the shipyard for final outfitting and sea trials in March. The 5th ship in the fleet will operate 3 and 4 night itineraries to the Bahamas, including Disney's own private island, Castaway Cay. Disney Wish is 144,000 gross tons and has a guest capacity of 2,500 at double occupancy. In a sign that cruise shortages are easing a bit, which of course we will get into shortly, Carnival Cruise Line is now able to bring back the popular loyalty parties for its Diamond and Platinum VIFP guests. This is sure to be a welcome announcement for many passengers, as the parties are a highlight of the cruise for many past guests. These events are highly anticipated by many loyal Carnival cruisers and often include free drinks and appetizers, visits from the ship's officers, and a popular video showcasing every Carnival cruise ship from the line's founding in 1972 to the newest and upcoming vessels. The VIFP events were temporarily cancelled in mid-May due to short staffing on Carnival's ships, and guests were offered different compensation as a substitute for the missed events. Well, more good news coming for Carnival Cruise Line, as of course I just mentioned, the staffing issues are improving. A backlog of visa applications to process was part of the cause of the cruise line's staffing shortages, and Carnival Cruise Line has been working with representatives from the US government to ease the backlog and return eager crew members to their vessels. It is taking some time, but hopefully soon, not just Carnival, but other cruise lines too will be able to be back fully staffed. We end with some more good news as Celebrity Infinity returns to service after, wait for it, 881 days on pause. Yes, that's 881 days on pause due to the industry-wide suspension which started in March 2020. The Celebrity cruise ship is departing on June 25th from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean sailing with stops in the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos and the Dominican Republic. Celebrity Infinity is offering alternating 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries, with all cruises having a call in Bimini or Nassau and Key West. The Eastern Caribbean sailings will have additional visits to Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. The Western Caribbean sailings will feature additional ports in Belize and Cozumel. It does get even better, as the Celebrity cruise ship marks a huge milestone not just for Celebrity Cruises, but also for parent company Royal Caribbean Group. Yes, it does now mean that all 63 Royal Caribbean Group cruise ships are back sailing. To mark the huge milestone, the entire fleet will sound their horn on Saturday, June 25th in celebration and to honor the crew. The past week has been full of major cruise news, and we've got all the coverage over on cruisehive.com, including damage to the cruise port in Skagway, Alaska after a rock slide, MSC Cruises bringing back its popular gala night across the fleet, Carnival Corporation's second quarter business update, 2 Crystal cruise ships to be relaunched under the same brand name in 2023. Construction starts on the first of 2 TUI 160,000 gross ton LNG powered cruise ships, the CDC re-evaluating the pre-cruise testing for cruise ships, and so much more. It's just been another busy week. What a surprise. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you did find it informative at all, do feel free to like the video and of course subscribe to the Cruise Hive YouTube channel. I'm Emrys from cruisehive.com. Thanks again everyone, and I'll see you all soon.